Hey, fellow babies. Welcome back to Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. We're struggling along, but we appreciate your Patreon patronage. So if you are a patron, thank you. If you have a Twitch account and you're an Amazon Prime member, can you link your Twitch Prime account to your Amazon Prime account? They'll pay us. Cost you nothing. You're already paying for it. If you're watching on YouTube, you can also sponsor us there. So instructions are in the show description. Let's get on to today's question. From Sifted from Majora Tom. Recent reports have suggested that PlayStation will make a big push for releasing games for mobile platforms. It's been reported that it's using some of its internal studios to create a remake of The Last of Us for PlayStation 5. Are these good ideas given Sony's past struggles of supporting Vita? Is remaking a game that's only 8 years old a smart use of resources? Is it smart for Sony to push some of its internal studios into the Naughty Dog support sphere? All right, different questions, but mobile is hard. And the reason mobile is hard is that mobile games, the business model for mobile games is you never stop, you never finish. You are constantly harvesting resources, building something, creating weapons, leveling up your characters. And as soon as you get them fully leveled, a better character comes along, you want to go get that one. So you spend more money, level that character up, and as soon as he's the best, another one comes along. So they never end. They keep you engaged and spending. And creating that type of content is not something Sony knows how to do. So should Sony make a big push for releasing games for mobile phones, they will fail, because the only model they know is sell you something, sell you a game. Now maybe they have enough content to do a subscription service like Apple Arcade, and pay $5 a month and you can play all the Sony games from days past. I don't think they have the content to do that. I don't see them supporting any handheld gaming device a la the PSP or the Vita, both abject failures because they didn't get third-party support. And frankly, because of mobile, the days of the handheld platform are kind of behind us. The Switch is the hybrid, but the Switch is essentially a console that you hold in your hands. And I just don't see them making it on mobile or on handheld. So I would say people can suggest that in recent reports. It's just not going to happen. So whatever. If you believe it, great. I don't think so. Using internal studios for a remake. The development spend needed to make a big game like Last of Us is probably $150 million. The development spend to remaster that game for PS5 is probably 30 or 40 million bucks. So, does it make sense to put an 8-year-old game on the PS5, spend 30 million bucks when you only need 500,000 units of sales to break even? Yeah. I mean, the big games are going to sell again. And I think evidence for that is that Take-Two is taking Grand Theft Auto 5 and putting it on next-gen consoles this fall. So you're going to get an 8-year-old game by the time it comes out, and they're doing the same thing. Now, of course, Take-Two probably will spend more money just because it's Rockstar. But the point is, you could do it, with 100 people for a couple of years. You could easily do it for 20, 30 million bucks if you wanted to. So does that make sense? Yeah, I think catalog actually has tremendous value. We're seeing Activision doing this with Diablo 2 Resurrected. You've seen it. They did Warcraft Reforged. They brought back Crash Bandicoot. I think they brought back Spyro. They brought back Tony Hawk. So it's really valuable if you have good IP out there. And I think we're kind of in the era now of what we used to call Nintendads. The guys who grew up in the 80s and 90s playing NES, Super NES, and even PS1. The 90s, PS1 came out 26 years ago. So, if you were 10 years old then, you're 35 now, and you're having kids, and you kind of don't, you miss all the old Crash Bandicoot type characters. So I think it's really smart, to be honest with you. And I think that people who really like Last of Us will like it again on PS5. So I think that the allocation of resources to remake these games makes economic sense. I'm not sure that it's good from a fan perspective, because you're taking those resources off of other things. So if it's guys who are making God of War, making Days Gone, or making some game that you're just dying to play, and they've canned it and put the studio on making remakes, then you're getting fewer new titles from Sony overall. But Sony has to run itself as a business. So I think that it's a good idea to remake an 8-year-old game. It is a smart idea to support your most productive, profitable studio. It comes at the cost of not producing new content from the studios that have been shifted, the Sony Bend or Sony San Diego studios. You didn't see the God of War studio, Sony Santa Monica, shifted over to do this. So my guess is that they will have fewer big games, more remasters. And to be honest with you, to look at another company, I would pay $60 or I'd pay $100 for the Assassin's Creed collection. Every Assassin's Creed game in one package. That's going to happen, and I think Ubisoft could sell 15 million of those. So it would be literally a $1 billion kind of franchise if they wanted to remaster it. And I think they understand that. So, there's tremendous value. We've never really had a Call of Duty collection. I mean, you could have a Call of Duty Modern Warfare collection with all 5 of them or 6 of them, whatever they are. Call of Duty Black Ops collection, just that. So expect that you're going to see that, because I think gamers who have nostalgia, who love playing those games, will want to play the newer games. Thanks for joining us on Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. If you're a Patreon patron, we thank you for your patronage. If you're a Twitch Prime member and you have linked your account to your Amazon Prime account, thank you very much for getting paid. If you are subscribing on YouTube, thank you very much for your support. If you're doing none of those, follow Shane at Dinfire on Twitter. Follow Sifted at Sifted Games on Twitter. Follow me at Michael Pachter on Twitter. We'll see you next time.